Now, over the past few days and months, a lot has been said about Uganda Cancer Institute and National Medical Stores, what seems to be an impasse between the two government bodies, one purportedly overpricing drugs and the other on the receiving hand of what they say unfair treatment from the National Medical Stores. We want to put this to the National Medical Stores management to be able to tell us what exactly is transpiring, because in August, the Permanent Secretary of Finance, Keith Mahakanizi, ordered an investigation into this impasse, and the report was published the other day, a draft report actually, and TV was able to access that report. And as we reported, there was 2 billion missing. That money, the loss allegedly caused by National Medical Stores. And tonight, I'm hosting Moses Kamabare, I hope I got the intonation right?
Yes, yes.
The NMS General Manager.
Yes.
Welcome to the studio.
Thank you, Sheila.
Let's start with what many people have been talking about. What is this about you and Uganda Cancer Institute? On tenterhooks, you have taken positions, the two institutions, and you seem to have drawn the lines. What exactly is this all about?
Sheila, I don't think we've taken positions, as you call it. I think that's what the media has put out there in the public. What we are doing as National Medical Stores is we are doing our work as mandated by the law that establishes us. The law that establishes National Medical Stores mandates us to procure, to warehouse, and distribute essential medicines and medical supplies to all government health facilities, for which Uganda Cancer Institute is one of them. So the Uganda Cancer Institute, as far as we are concerned, is just one of the many government health facilities that we procure for, that we distribute medicines to, and we've just been doing our work to the best of our ability.
Okay. There was an audit, there was an investigation that was commissioned by Keith Mahakanizi, the Secretary to the Treasury, into the conduct of National Medical Stores. You probably have seen that report, but if you haven't, I can tell you some of the highlights of that report. That NMS has caused a loss of 2 billion shillings because of overpricing of drugs, late supplies, and you are giving them less drugs than they're supposed to be taking. How would you respond to that?
The report which you've just shared with me, I also saw a bit of that. I think that was taken from what you put out a few days ago. They actually indicate that the people who drafted that report were either incompetent or they are irresponsible people. You cannot believe that anybody worth their sorters, auditors, or anybody, any investigator would have that report. We don't even need to bother talking about the unprofessionalism which they exercised, because a draft report is just that, a draft. You have your initial findings. You must subject them to the people, the auditees, the people you have audited, the people that you think should respond to that. So that is not even a report that should be shared with anybody, including even the PSSC who sanctioned that report. Should not see the
Did the investigators
report.
talk to you? Because
yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, they came to NMS for I think about 1 hour, 2 hours to our office. We discussed with them, and from what I have been reading in this draft that you've showed me, there is nothing. It's just like they never even talked to us.
Are you aware about the allegations raised in that report, or raised by the Uganda Cancer Institute? Because they were interfacing with members of parliament the other day, and they raised the same issues. So it's not just about the report. They claim you were overpricing cancer drugs, and you have usurped their powers and taken over their budget. And yet, they, as a government body, as a government institution, have the mandate, have the right to budget for themselves. But in so doing, you have taken over, I think they had 12 billion as their budget, and now you allocated 6 billion or 7 billion shillings, which is under budgeting. and you've not taken into consideration the fact that the Cancer Institute's intake of patients has also been growing in the last 4 years.
Sure, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That is the incompetence that I'm talking about from any serious auditor. You cannot even mention that and think you're going to get away with it. One is that National Medical Stores does not determine the budget of anybody, of any entity. We are in charge of 2,953 individual health facilities, government health facilities in this country. We do not determine the budget of any one of them. We are given the budget like anybody. Cancer Institute is given a budget. I don't think that their needs for any other thing, the cancer machine, their salaries, their what, I don't think that they are the ones who determine that their salaries should be what they are getting. They think they could be getting more.
But let's say you've usurped their powers and you have, in a way, decided what budget they should have, and, you know...
That's exactly, Sheila, what I'm telling you, that they are telling lies. I don't think Cancer Institute can say that. The truth is that government of Uganda, the Parliament of Uganda, through their Parliament, is the one that approves budgets. We present, the Ministry of Health presents ministerial policy statements. We work within a resource envelope. There are resource ceilings that are given to us by Ministry of Finance, and that's what we work within. And the budget that is given to us on behalf of Cancer Institute is 7 billion. So for anybody, either Cancer Institute or the auditors, to say that we are the ones who determine that budget is wrong.
Okay, as we wind up, really, yes. I'm afraid my director is already telling me our time is up. Your mandate does not, of course, limit you to Cancer Institute. It's supply to all government institutions.
All, yes.
There have been issues of no medicines in hospitals, and that's your docket, because you're responsible for supplying, storing, and, you know, all these other things that you do with the medicines. Why are we seeing no medicines in hospitals?
We give the medicines to the hospitals the extent of the budget that's available to us, and to them through us. The issue that you started with, which I think is the concern to the public, is that we are overpricing. And we have responded to that very clearly. That for somebody to go out there, whether it is NTV, whether it's an auditor or an investigator, or even Cancer Institute for that matter, to go out and tell the public that, for example, there is a drug in this country of that quality, because Cancer Institute insists on USFDA approved medicines. And they say that the medicine which is USFDA approved and is authorized duly to come in this country costs 1 million, and the NMS sells it to them at 12 million is of course wrong. And we have brought out the facts. They are available. There is no such medicine. The medicine, the values are there. And we have informed the public that actually the medicine is over 10 million just at the wholesale price. And there is no way NMS can do that.
The report implicates you and says you have caused a loss of 2 billion shillings. Would you be ready to step down if such a thing came up before, especially Parliament?
Of course, I would have stepped down even yesterday. There are many other allegations, worse allegations that have been made against me or NMS before, and all of them have been proved to be wrong, including this one. We know somebody goes out there and says you have caused a loss. They just get an average of what they call a loss, and they multiply by 12 months. But when you look at the attachments that I received here, they are again saying we did not supply that. But they are saying you supplied for 12 months this drug and made a loss of 500 million. And in the attachment, they're actually saying NMS out of the 12 months, they only supplied for 3 months. That is the incompetence that I'm talking about. That is being untruthful.
Okay, just you know, to conclude this, what is the way forward between you and Uganda Cancer Institute? Because amidst all this back and forth exchange, cancer patients are dying because there's no drug. Nurses were complaining they don't have chemotherapy gear because, you know, as they're administering chemotherapy, they don't have that gear. What is the way forward? Are you going to sit down with Uganda Cancer Institute? And
we are already sitting down. We've already sat down. We had a meeting with in the office of the Prime Minister. Right Honorable Prime Minister asked us to come and meet. We sat down with the Cancer Institute, National Medical Stores, and the Ministry of Health. We discussed these issues. The Right Honorable Prime Minister, directed the Ministry of Health to go and dig deeper and have this. We have had a meeting. We have had resolutions of moving forward, and we believe that if each one of us maintains their part in this game, the people that are going to reap the best benefits are going to be the patients who are receiving this medication.
What part is this you're saying?
The part is that NMS does their part as created by the law, procures. Cancer Institute does the quantification according to the budget that is available to them and provides this budget to national medical stores. National Drug Authority ensures that they do their work of quality control and the quality of drugs, because the quality of drugs has nothing to do with national medical stores. Neither does it have anything to do with Cancer Institute. Cancer Institute cannot just look at the medicine and say this is of poor quality. If each one of us does their part, everybody will receive. But if somebody wants to overstep the mark and start choosing just for selfish interest, then we will not move and the country will continue in this situation.
All right, Mr. Moses Kamabare, I'm afraid our time is fast spent. Yes. Unfortunately, there are a lot of issues that we could have talked about, but our time is fast spent. But we do hope this is resolved, because patients must, they deserve to be treated. They deserve these services.
And they will get the services.
Let's take a short break now.